today's session of the School of Brock, we're going to talk about how to label your fact finding. So many Medicare agents struggle with fact finding, and it's pretty much because they don't have a clear map, if you will, on where the fact finding is going to go. So let me break down what fact finding is. Fact finding is a process that you take to understand your customer's goals, problems, and solutions. And you ask questions that specifically identify what they're looking for. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's session. And I have a couple of our LOAs with us today that they're learning this for the first time, and they're going to ask questions. You're going to get to be a part of that. It's a pretty cool process. And we're going to talk about our process for fact finding. How do we train our LOA team in here, and then the rest of our agents in our distribution on how to fact find a Medicare customer. And we'll break this down into a couple different questions, but I want to go over our process, what we call it, how we map it out, and then the 5 questions that we ask every call, every conversation to identify what to sell our customer that we're talking to. So when we're talking about fact finding, we need to label this with something, and this is something I want you four to understand, is that we're labeling this what we call goals, problems, solutions. I don't know if y'all figured this out already, but that is what? GPS. Now, what does a GPS do? Well, a GPS navigates for you. It shows you which direction that you need to go. And so we're gonna do that. We want to label this goals, problems, and solutions. Goals, problems, solutions. Every customer that you talk to is going to have a set of goals. They're going to have a set of problems, and you're looking for what? Solutions. We're looking for solutions. So they have goals, they have problems. We're going to help them find the solutions. So, Mary, tell me this. What is a common problem for a Medicare beneficiary? And I know you're really new to this, but what's a common problem that you've seen Medicare beneficiaries have already?
They're not getting the claim in time.
They're not getting claims paid out in time. Sure. Okay. Absolutely. And what's a common problem that you've seen with Medicare beneficiaries have heard already in our office, common problems that they have already?
They're not getting enough coverage.
Not getting enough coverage. That's probably number one. Now, I would argue that the number one problem that Medicare beneficiaries are running into before they talk to you is that they have heard different types of information from multiple different agencies and agents, right? So one agent says this, one agent says that, one agent says this, and they really don't know which way is up at the end of the day. That's why we have mapped out with our GPS what direction you need to take this customer and what questions you need to ask to make that happen. And I guarantee you that if you put the GPS, the goals, problems, solutions, if you put this strategic fact-finding process in your sales process, you will see the close rate go up. Matter of fact, we have Dalton sitting here with us right now. Dude's in his 2nd week of selling, and he's already done $6,000 plus in revenue each week. It's pretty awesome, and it's because we train on goals, problems, solutions. So let's talk about the 5 questions in our goals, problems, solutions. What are the 5 questions in our GPS at Brock that you need to implement as an agent? Well, let's ask them. Give the mic to Dalton real quick. Dalton, what's the first question we probably should ask a customer when we're trying to sell them something? What's the first question we should ask to figure out their problems, their goals, and solutions? Their goals, problems, solutions.
Do you already have coverage?
That's certainly a question we want to ask, and that's going to be something in here, and that's pretty close. As a matter of fact, I'm going to count that, but the way that we train on it, the way that we actually ask this is, how much do you know about blank? How much do you know about blank, right? How much do you know about blank? If I'm talking to someone that I want to sell Medicare to, maybe they've responded to our webinar, they attended our webinar, they've responded to our seminar advertisement, they attended the seminar, we're going to ask, how much do you know about Medicare? But if they responded to our dental ad, we're going to ask them, how much do you know about dental insurance, whatever. I mean, it's how much do you know about blank? And Tyler, tell me this, what am I trying to identify when I ask this question? What's the number one thing I'm trying to identify?
Their goals, for one.
Mike?
Their goals?
Sure, their goals, but more specific.
Their problems, exactly what they have going on.
Sure. I'll tell you what I'm trying to identify. I'm trying to identify what they've already researched, okay? If I ask, how much do you know about Medicare, Mary Nell, what's one of the top answers I'm going to get when I ask, how much do you know about Medicare?
Nothing.
That is the number one answer I'm going to get, is I don't know anything. which tells me they've researched what? What have they researched if they say nothing?
Nothing.
They've researched nothing. Now, what's the number 2 answer you think I'm going to get here?
Not a lot.
There you go. That's right. I'm going to get not a lot. That's going to be the second most popular answer, which really means that they don't know anything and they still have not done any research. Now, let's go to Anna. Anna, what is the third most likely answer I'm going to get that I'm looking for?
I know just a little bit, but not enough.
That would be kind of what the second one there would be. Let me tell you specifically what I'm looking for. I'm looking for them to say something like, well, I know enough to know I don't want Medicare Advantage, or my friend's got a Medicare Advantage plan, or my spouse has got a Medicare supplement. I want them to tell me what they do know, because what they've researched or the experience that they've had so far is what they want. And any wise salesperson is going to tell you, sell them what they want, then sell them what they need. And we want to do the same thing in Medicare. So if I ask, how much do you know about Medicare? And let's give the mic to Dalton. If I ask, how much do you know about Medicare? And they say, oh, my spouse has a Plan G and it's been working great. You know what already? What do you know now?
That we can sell to their spouse too?
Well, yes, definitely know their spouse, but I know that they are probably going to want to buy what?
Plan G.
A Plan G. They told me that their spouse has a Plan G and it's been working great. And so now I know, okay, I can pitch Plan G first. This is what I can lean into. If they tell me that their friend has a Medicare Advantage plan and it's been great, what do I know I can lean into?
Medicare Advantage.
Medicare Advantage. Now, if they tell me their friend has Medicare Advantage and it's been awful, what do I know?
Don't sell Medicare Advantage.
Don't sell Medicare Advantage. That's exactly right. That's what I'm trying to identify first, and our goal is problem solution. The next question that we're going to ask, and Dalton actually said this earlier, the next question I'm going to ask is current coverage. What is your current coverage? What is your current coverage? What does it look like? And I'm trying to identify some things about their current coverage that helps me with my conversation. Let's go back to Tyler here. Tyler, what is it that I'm trying to identify? Why am I trying to identify what their current coverage looks like?
Just to see how it operates, that could help you maybe lean into one or another.
That's exactly right. So I want to know what their current coverage looks like so I know what to sell for and against, right? So if their current coverage has, let's say, a $10,000 max out of pocket and it's got a $2,000 deductible, if I end up selling a Plan G here, I know that I can sell them on the idea that their max out of pocket is technically on medical and hospital $283, and their deductible is the same amount. It's only $283 technically on hospital and medical. It helps me understand that. If their premiums are $1,000 a month, it helps me really position the premium of Medicare with a supplement or the Medicare Advantage plan, whatever. It helps me position that because I know what their current coverage looks like. Every time I'm selling something, and y'all need to understand this, when I'm selling something, it really helps to compare things, right? Because a customer, a beneficiary, has an image in their mind, and you can compare that image and make it something that they can see and understand visually. It's going to help you sell it every time. So when I ask this current coverage, I want to know things like, well, actually, I'll let you list it. Whoever's got the mics, y'all can take turns. What are some things that I want to know specifically about their current coverage? I need to know what? I need to know
Max out of pocket.
max out of pocket,
Deductible.
How much you're spending?
how much they're spending, premiums, deductible. Let's see if Anna and Mary got one. What do you got? What are some things I need to know?
What plan they're on?
Sure, name of the plan. I could, yeah,
The
for sure.
benefits that they have.
Benefits, be more specific.
Like, do they have dental coverage
Sure.
in what they have?
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Another one would be copays. What kind of copays do you currently have, right? And then the most important one that y'all hadn't listed, I'm going to give you like 3 seconds here to see if y'all can think of the most important thing I need to look for. One, Mississippi. Two, Mississippi.
Co-insurance?
Co-insurance. That's
Well,
a good
I said
answer.
copay.
I'll tell you what it is. How they would rate their experience on that current coverage. That's the thing I need to know. Because if they tell me about this plan and they say it's awesome, well, then I need to try to compare this current Medicare option or package for them in a way that lines up the good with the good and the bad with the bad, right? All right, number 3 question that I'm going to ask, how much do you know about Medicare? Current coverage. Then I'm going to always ask about their health history. Now, Mary, why do I need to know about their health history?
Because that will show you what they're qualified for and how
Sure.
their payouts are going to be and how the premiums are going to be different.
Yeah, it gives me an idea of like what they can expect on this plan, how their experience is going to be. It just takes it to the next level. Your experience could be like this because you have this copay, or it could be this because of this copay. Also, it helps me understand what plan I need to put them on. If I'm going to a Medicare Advantage plan, I certainly need to understand their health history. Health history, by the way, is not just chronic conditions. It's not just what they're going to the doctor for. When I say health history, I'm asking things like, what doctors are you using? What medicines are you using? What's your preferred hospital? Those are the things that I'm asking. So there's a lot of sub-questions that come with this, as you can see. But y'all tell me, what are the top 5 conditions that we certainly need to know about somebody, if you had to guess? Right.
Cancer.
Definitely need to know about cancer. Need to ask about cancer.
Heart attack.
Heart attack. We'll say major heart problems, right? Major heart problems. What's some other ones y'all can think of?
Any history of diabetes?
Diabetes is a great one. Very good one to have. That's 3 of them. That's the 3 that I like to ask. 3 of the 5. Give you a few seconds here to see if you can answer the other 2. Go ahead. No?
What were you gonna say?
How about any upcoming surgeries or, untreated or unperformed services, major services, I guess you could say, like therapy. And then there's one more. What you got, Marina? Stroke. I would put that under major heart condition. But this is the 5th one is immobility. Like, are you able to walk on your own or not, right? Are you bedridden? Are you in a wheelchair? Are you in a walker? That's specifically with Medicare is what I'm asking. But again, those are the top condition questions. I want to ask things like doctors. I want to ask things like medicine so that I can get the right exact plan for them. All right. Next question here is, what is your budget? What is your budget? I love asking this question. This is a question that separates Brock Partners from a lot of agencies out there and how we sell in our process. A lot of Medicare agents are not asking what the budget is. And this is negotiation 101. If I bring them in and they tell me that their budget is $500, well, that tells me I have how much to work with, Dalton?
$500.
$500. And actually, it's a little over that. A lot of times you could maybe make your gold package $525 or even $550, and they're going to go that direction, right? That 500 puts a number on it, and that's the most important part, is putting a number on the budget. I'm not leaving this question until they put a budget on it. Anna, what do you think the most common answer I'm going to get when I ask what the budget is?
Well, not a lot.
Yes. The most common way they're going to say it is as little as possible. And the way that we want to respond to that is, Betty, I understand that. I'm going to make it as little as possible. I already assumed that. But there's so many plans out there with different deductibles, different max out of pockets. We need to put you on a plan that best fits you. So I need to know how much you can budget for this package or for this coverage, right? And then if Betty doubles down and does not give me a number, I'm going to put a number on it for them, right? I'm not leaving this. And that sounds something like this. Like, Betty, if I were to get you full coverage at $300 a month, would that fit your budget? And, they're going to say yes or no. I need a number before I leave that question, and this is going to help us build packages that are in that budget. It makes it very hard for the customer to say no when you've built everything into that budget that they say they can afford, right? It gives you all the leverage. That's negotiation 101, right? Negotiation 101 is never be the first one to throw a number out there, and we're forcing them to put a number out there for us in the fact finding in our GPS. Number 5 is. So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put RA, which stands for retirement accounts, because of IRMA. Retirement account because of IRMA. So what I'm gonna ask this person is, and it's not just retirement accounts. This is kind of the goal here. Really, the way we start this question is, because Medicare Part B premium can go up based on your income, I need to know what your income has been for the past 2 years, okay? For the past 2 years. Now, somebody tell me, whoever, what is the standard Part B premium for 2026? So right now.
$202.90.
It's $202.90, $202.90, right? That's what the standard Part B premium is. But we have something called the income-related monthly adjustment amount, IRMA, with Medicare. And this is just a chart, or if you will, that shows what the Part B premium could go up two based on their income, right? So I'm asking them their income because I'm relating it back to what their Medicare Part B premium is. Now, to be quite clear, my goal is not necessarily just to know their income. There's a couple things here. Once I say, hey, Tyler, because Medicare premium can go up, the stock Medicare premium or the baseline Medicare premium for Part B is $202.90. That could go up based off your income. What has your income been like for the past 2 years? And then use the mic here. Tell me, what's your income been like?
Around for the past 2 years, I'm gonna say right at 180.
180? Okay, 180,000 for the year. Perfect.
Well, that's for 2 years.
For 2 years, so that's 90 a year, 90,000 a year.
That's right.
And is that just you or is that your household?
That's just me.
Okay, and then what would it be with the household?
I'm gonna say closer to 250.
250, so that's 125 per year. Gotcha. A couple things I just found out. I found out that they make $125,000 a year. I also found out that they have a spouse. If I haven't already figured that out by now, I now know he has a spouse, right? That he's has income coming in with. And then what I'm going to do is no matter what their answer is, by the way, at 250,000, they would be at that next level of Part B, but no matter what their answer is, I'm going to say this. They can tell me $0 a year. I'm going to say this. Okay, Tyler, well, you do have an income that's maybe in that first level. It could be in that second level, but something that could affect it and push you into the next level that you're not in is if you have a retirement account that has some money in it that you're going to make money on. So do you have a 401k? Do you have a 403b, anything like that? Do you have a retirement account, an IRA?
Yeah, I have a 401k.
You got a 401k, and how much is in that 401k?
I'm gonna say a little over
400? Okay, yeah, well, and then listen to this. I'm teeing myself up with our GPS. Okay, Tyler, knowing that you have that between your income and your retirement accounts, you certainly could be pushing that Part B premium up. So I'm going to set you up a call with one of our retirement advisors, one of our retirement specialists, and they're going to have a conversation with you about keeping that Part B premium as low as possible. Now what I've done is I've identified someone who is an annuity prospect, and I've talked about the Medicare Part B premium. I'm not going to bring that up the rest of the call, but I did that in my GPS, right? I accomplished so much in these 5 questions with this GPS because it is mapped out to help me as the agent help the customer find what is right for them. So if you will pick 5 questions, and I really, really suggest just using these 5. It's worked well for us. I will help so many customers, and my conversations will have so much more intention with it, and that's why we call this the GPS. So get out there, come up with a fact-finding process that works for you. If it's the GPS, awesome. It's worked well for us. It'll work well for you. But finding some kind of process that you can sell with is what's going to help you close as many deals and help as many beneficiaries as possible. So get out there and be the best partner you can be.